Let's go! Let's go, you guys! We're back. We're here. I've been telling you guys for so long, so goddamn long. Lampard had a vision. These players we've signed this summer, they were here to upgrade the team, improve us. And to play this type of football, you need to have players of a certain standard and caliber that can suit those levels. Today, I saw unreal football today, you guys. Unreal football. The quality, the difference in quality from last season is literally, you can't compare it. We're a completely different level. An absolutely different level completely from last season. And this game was perfect evidence. Look at the games last season versus Sheffield United. They were 50-50. They were 50-50 games, and most times they played better than us. That was the reality. But today against Sheffield United, they were parked back in their own half. They could not get out. The quality of our football, the speed of our passes, our ability to just tear them open down the flanks too. The quality, you guys, this is the real Chelsea. This is what Lampard is bringing to us. I'm so gassed. I'm actually kind of speechless right now, you guys, but of course I got this review to get through and I've got so many things to speak about. I'm going to break down Hakim Ziyech. I'm going to speak about some of the tactics, Reece James at right hand side, Mason Mount absolutely dominating and running this midfield. So many amazing positives today, you guys. I hope you enjoy. If you like today's video, then remember to smash that like button. Help me get over 3,000 likes for today's video. And to start with things, we move on to the lineup, starting with that. And of course, we had to see the 4-3-3, but the biggest surprise was seeing Kante playing as the CDM over Jorginho and even Cover. Now, I was very happy to see this. Ideally, I want to see this consistently all the time because Kante is the reason why we can now play 4-3-3. That is the main reason. Last season, we never had a DM because Kante was consistently injured and wasn't able to get back to full speed. And we know that Jorginho and Cover, they aren't that profile of midfield player. Last season, Lampard even tested them in a few games to some middling success. But right now, due to Kante being back, we can now play with 2 8s in the team and that ability to have an extra man in the final third. We have another passing option, another link in midfield, and one of the main reasons why we were so dominant today against Sheffield United was our ability to just play quickly from left to right, finding a spare man free down the right hand side or the left hand side. Now, I keep mentioning you need to have the right caliber of players to play a high level style of football, which we most definitely saw today. And one of the main players that really helped our speeds in midfield was Mason Mount. Now, it's obvious that his best position is at number 8. He looks like a completely different player, and it's obvious because now he can actually receive passes from deeper, he can influence the play, he can play switch balls, he can show more of his game. The main reason why Lampard has been using Mason Mount as a, number 10 and further upfield is because, of course, we couldn't play 4-3-3 because we never had a number 8. So this meant that Mason Mount has been playing more of a support role for the team in that sense. And Mason had to play many roles for the team, hence the many different positions we saw him play under Frank Lampard. But, as I keep stressing, it's development. Mason Mount was only 20, 21 years old. This is a great learning time for him. This is great experience that he did gain. And he's added this to his game, which is a natural midfield player. And that's why when you see Mason, you can see some of his excellent timing inside the books. You can see how many tackles he won in Sheffield United's half, how many interceptions he made, how many attacks he was starting and creating as well. But it was those quality of his switch balls. I mean, just that perfect dip. It's the speed and the accuracy of these passes, which means that when we are finding our free man out wide, if that's a Ziyech or a Reece James or a Ben, it means that we can maintain our attacking momentum. And that's what quality players bring, and that's what quality players do. So Mason Mount is looking like such an exciting talent right now. Seeing him tonight, I was really getting strong Lampard vibes. The way he was switching those balls, making passes for runners to get onto, brilliant to see. And this is why, for everyone that was writing Mason Mount off so quickly, You know, as I kept saying, you just didn't really know the player's game and you hadn't seen enough of him. But now that you are, it's time that we start backing all these guys. You know, I'm looking at guys like Tammy Abraham too and Reece James, and maybe these are the next two perfect players to speak about now to move this review on. Starting with Tammy Abraham, his 4th goal this season. I think how many assists now, how many goals, I'm losing track, you guys. I think it's like, he's up there with the most goals scored by Premier League strikers this season. And it's no surprise why. Seeing him, you can see the visible improvement from last season in his game. I mean, it's clear to see. You can see that when he's holding his man off now, he's doing it with even more composure and even more strength. His link-up play in the final third is even more effective. You know, his defending inside the box, his aerial ability, everything is looking better. And it's no surprise that playing alongside better players is going to do Tammy a world of goods. But, you know, the way he got that first goal, excellent direction for that shot, and that overall play too was just excellent. Cover making that run, late man run, breaking inside the box, getting in behind. And, you know, let me speak about Cover very briefly. You know, I have to say that I've always kind of seen him playing in this type of way for us this season. You know, I see him playing as that support guy in midfield. Is he necessarily another box-to-box? I wouldn't say that. He has his own role in midfield, and I think this will be even better for him because Cover is excellent in difficult situations. He's excellent with his press resistance. He's excellent in tight situations, and we saw the benefits of that today. So when you look at this new formation we have right now, it really means that we can now assess all our players differently, because now these players are playing in a system of formation that gets the very best out of them. So even more reason to be excited, even more reason. But of course, let me end with the final Cobham graduate, and that is Reece James. Now, I think without a shadow of a doubt, he is going to be a world-class player. Without a doubt, one of our best players. You can see it with how he uses the ball. You know, his speed of mind, his press resistance, his quality on the ball, his strength. Amazing 1v1 defensively. I mean, he's the type of guy that can play in midfield and he can play anywhere, and his numbers are going to be strong, you guys. Like, honestly, Reece James is a massive credit to this academy. Seeing how him and Ziyech were constantly combining down that right hand side was absolutely beautiful. And finally, Reece has that perfect player to play alongside down that right hand side. You know, I always felt that if Willian had a left foot, I think we would have seen him very differently here. But with Hakim Ziyech at this club, and of course, I can't do this match review without speaking about Hakim Ziyech. I've always felt like this guy is our best player, in my personal opinion. When we signed him when he's in his prime. 27 years old, he's ready for the next step up in his career. And it's evident to see why exactly Frank Lampard bought him. The unreal delivery, unreal passes in behind, unreal lob through balls from that right hand side channel. Incredible. It's opened up different options for us. It's opened up new angles. It's opened up a new way for us to break teams down in attack. And of course, Lampard has been trying to do this since last season. Of course, he's been adapting to the players he has, but we've never been able to see what Lampard's real vision has been in that sense, because we haven't had the right players for the system. Ziyech is an absolute genius for me. He's going to be one of the key players this season. And just seeing what he was doing today, he was very unfortunate that he didn't even get 3 assists today. Werner, I'm sure that Werner apologized to him at the end of the game, you guys. But Hakim Ziyech today was an absolute joy to watch. Wow. This is the type of player that I've always wanted to see. A real master, a real technician master, a real saucy player. You know what I mean? Bare sauce, bare quality, bare ability. Hakim Ziyech, I'm lost for words, honestly. Like, when I do my talking points video tomorrow, I'm gonna break Ziyech's game down in even more detail, you guys. But today, you know, I was just so impressed with what I saw that I don't even know how to formulate my words on Hakim Ziyech. So let me continue on, and let's move on to some of the goals that we scored before I end this match review. And starting with the first goal, we saw some excellent play. Now, starting with the first goal of the game, McGoldrick. It's weird in football that certain players just are able to get that confidence booster against certain teams. McGoldrick is like 3 goals in 4 games now. It's one of those things, but I like the reaction to that goal because our heads didn't go down. We maintained our game and really took control from that point on. And it was no surprise that literally like 50 minutes from that goal, Tammy Abraham gets the first goal, and as Ashley Cole was saying, that goal was not a fluke. You know, this is the type of moves and plays that they're now working on in the training grounds. And this is what I mean. These are the types of things that you have to work on to be more efficient, breaking teams down and being more efficient with your attacking opportunities in the final third. So, excellent run by Cover, great close control. Tammy found perfect space. He finds the best space inside the box, and great goal. And then to continue that momentum on, we get the second goal. Hakim Ziyech with an absolute beautiful cross from the right hand side that just beautifully arches and evades everyone inside the box. Great play by Ben to be brave. You know, he didn't really necessarily know how that ball got in the net, but he was willing to take one for the cause. But he seemed willing to take one for the cause. So, you know, credit to him for that. And once he made it 2-1, then I felt like effectively the game was in our control. And from the second half onwards, I think the stats show that we had about, 70-something% possession in that second half, which really reflected the absolute dominance that we had in midfield and that we found on the flanks as well. So, you know, the third goal took some time, but you sensed that it was most definitely going to come. And again, this was another Hakim Ziyech masterclass ball. Unreal whip, unreal pace. Thiago Silva, with that experience, knew exactly what he had to do. He knew exactly what technique he had to use to just cushion that header ever so deftly and slightly. It was a beautiful goal to see. It really was. And it's a type of goal that we haven't really seen because we've never had the players that can create these opportunities. So, you know, moving on, you know, we thought we had an opportunity with the fourth, but Werner kind of messed up with his opportunity. I understand why, because I got the sense that he was already getting ready to celebrate, because you know sometimes when you get overconfident these moments can happen. So it was no surprise from that point on that when Werner got another opportunity on goal, he made sure that he wasn't going to take any risks. He blasted that ball in the back of the net, making it 4-1. And as I'm saying, comparing the performance tonight to what we've seen against them from last season, you know, we are a team on an absolutely different level right now. We are a team on an absolutely different level right now. We are a top class team. Honestly, we play top class football. I feel like this is going to continue. I'm loving the balance in the team and the squad right now. I love the options we have on the bench as well. And I love how Lampard is using the players too. Things are looking so positive right now. I feel like special things can happen this season. I'm just getting so excited for every game that's coming right now. And honestly, I feel like this is one of the best footballing performances that I've seen under Frank Lampard so far. So you guys, on that note, I'm going to wrap things up and keep things moving. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos.